And the next topic is local area networks. Here, the computers in the factory communicate with each other by means of local area network, that is LAN. A LAN is a non-public communication system that permits the various devices connected to the network to communicate with each other over a distance for several feet to several miles. In this, there are several network configurations or topologies in this LAN. The first one is a star network. As in the figure shows, it consists of a central computer station to which each individual devices or user stations are connected. For one device to send a message to another in the network, the message must be routed through the central station. This central station therefore acts as a traffic manager and controls the communications flow between the devices. Many telephone systems in office building are structured as a star configurations. In the old movies, you can see that if you want to call to some other station, first they will send a message to a telephone exchange, where the telephone exchange collect the message and forward it to the different locations so that they can easily contact between each other. Same way this star network works. There are several user devices. Each devices will be connected to the central control system. This control station, if you want to send a message from one user station to another user station, this one first user station should send a message to the central control system. This central control system will send to the next device. And the next network is a ring network. In this, the individual stations are connected in a continuous rings. Each station has a neighboring station on either side. For one station to communicate with any other station, the message must be relayed through from a station to station until it finally arrives as its designated station. This is done by assigning a station address to the message. Each station along the ring checks the message to see whether it is desired recipients. If it is yes, then load the message into the memory. If it is not, it forward to the message to the next station along the ring. Okay, and the last network is a bus network. It consists of a single main transmission line to which the individual devices are connected as shown in the figure. Any devices or station can communicate with each other device in the network by sending its message through the bus with the address of desired recipient. Each station connected to bus checks the message and loads it if the address is of its own. Next, the bus network most appropriate for the factory LAN. There are several reasons because it is very useful in the factories. The first main reason is the main transformation line of the bus network can be a line out in pattern that corresponds closely to the layout of the machine in the factory, thus facilitating the installation of communication system. For example, the product flow line layout. And the second reason is the machines and other devices in the plants are often being rearranged to match changing production requirement. On the bus network, each device can be connected to the main transmission bus without a major disruption to the rest of the network. And the last reason, the bus network is generally easier to maintain and repair than other types. And the next topic is access method for local area networks. In the previous video, we discussed about different types of networks used. In that, the first one is star network. You know that there will be a central control station which coordinates the flow of communication from one station to another station. But in case of ring and bus network, there must be a method for controlling the message transmission between the stations. This is done using the scheme by which the station can gain access to the network. For this assessing method for local area networks, there are two types. First one is token passing. In this method, a special code called token is passed along the network at high speed for station to station in a predefined sequence. The sequence can be designed to allow the stations with high priority to have a greater access to the network. In operation, a station can transmit a message only when it is possesses the token. If a station has no message to transmit, the token passes to the next station. In the sequence, a station wishing to transmit must wait until it is in possession of the token. In this way, access to the network is controlled and coordinated in token passing system. And the second one is carrier sensed multiple access with collision detection. That is CSMA/CD. In this method, a connection based method, it is also called as a connection based method. With this access scheme, any waiting station to transmit on the network first listen to determine if the network is currently being used. If not, it proceeds to send its message immediately. If there is the current activity on the network, it waits until the network is free and tries again. In the contention based access method, there will be associations when two or more stations attempt to transmit along the same transmission line at the same time. The result in collision that cannot properly be interpreted by any recipient. Each station is capable of detecting the high rate of transmission activity characteristics of collision and stop transmitting. The station each wait a random length of time and then try again. The attempts are repeated until a successful transmission is accomplished. The CSMA/CD access method is appropriate for office network in which the communications are likely to consist of large blocks of data. But the timing of transmission is not critical for high level of traffic. The connection based method is somewhat non-deterministic in terms of knowing how long a given station will have to wait before it is able to send its message. This is undesirable in manufacturing because the timing of command to a machine tool may be very important in order to control the process in real time. This is about the access methods used in local area networks. Next is some of the transmission lines. This transmission lines is the message and data carrying medium that constitutes the physical distribution element of the network. In this, there are three types of transmission media used in LAN. The first one is twisted pair wave. It consists of two or more copper wires. They are twisted throughout the length of the line. It is an inexpensive transmission medium and is widely in conventional telephone communication. But the main disadvantages is it is susceptible to electrical noise in the environment and it has a relatively low bandwidth. Because of this electrical noise problem and requirement for message integrity in manufacturing, control and communications, this twisted pair wire is not a good choice for factory networks. Okay, in your local used telephone wires, you can check it, cut and check it. It will be a twisted pair wire. Okay, and the second one is coaxial cable. It consists of one or more strands of wire shielded by a metallical shield, surrounded in turn by installations. The metal shield reduces the problem of electrical noise In twisted pair wire, the main disadvantage is the electrical noise. By adding coaxial cables, you can reduce this electrical noise. This coaxial cable can have a large bandwidth and is used for either baseband or broadband communications. This broadband coaxial cable is considered to be the most appropriate transmission media for factory networks and is currently the type most frequently adopted for these applications. Multiple taps for user stations and other devices are readily installed or removed as required. And the third one, fiber optics lines. It consists of several long continuous optical fibers. These fibers of glass or other material capable of transmitting light. Its principal attributes are that it possesses a very large bandwidth and it is unaffected by electrical noise in the surroundings. In the operations of fiber optic transmissions, the electrical pulses representing data at the transmitting stations are converted into light pulses carried through the optical fibers over a long distances and then converted back into electrical signal at the receiving stations. It is most appropriately used for high volume data pipelines between 2 points where there is no needed for immediate taps. Okay, this is about the transmission line used in local area networks. And the next one is Manufacturing Automation Protocol, MAP. This MAP is a set of protocol standards designed for use in a factory local area network such as hierarchical structures. A set of formalized procedures that can be followed by each devices in computer network whenever data are exchanged between them. These procedures are referred to as a communication protocol. The manufacturing protocol uses bus network configurations, the broadband transmission, a token passing access scheme, and a data transmission rate of 10 Mbps. MAP is based on the specification defined by ISO, that is International Standard Organization, called the Open Access Interconnection, that is OSI reference model. This OSI reference model uses 7 modules. These 7 modules are called as layers. In its network support software that are based on functionality. In this, each layer has an assigned function in terms of communicating and exchanging data between peer levels among the various devices in the network. There are 2 classes of functions in data communication called interconnection and interworking. The interconnection functions are concerned with the problems of creating and maintaining a data pipeline that permits 2 devices to transmit data back and forth in spite of any technological difference between the devices. The interconnecting functions are concerned with higher level issues in the data transmission. These issues related to the data requirements for a meaningful dialogue between devices in order to accomplish useful applications. The data requirements tend to more specific to and dependent on the particular applications. And the next topic is the 7 layers used in MAP. Already we have discussed that the OSI model, that is Open System Interconnection Reference Model, uses 7 modules. That 7 modules are called as layers in its network support software that are based on the functionality. This 7 layer structure of MAP and OSI standard, the first 4 layers are concerned with interconnection functions and the top 3 layers are concerned with interworking functions. In this, the first layer is a physical layer. This physical layer is concerned with the transmission of raw bits across the network lines It defines the data transmission rate and type of transmission media. We all know that it works on bus network. So it uses transmission media as bus network media. And the second one is data link layer. This layer is concerned with the transfer of units of data across the LAN. It deals with the resolution of contemporaneous with two devices are attempting to transmit at a same time. The size of the units of the data, detection and correction of errors in transmission media, etc. is concerned with this link layer, data link layer. And third one is network layer. It is concerned with the routing of packets of data from the source node to the receiving nodes throughout the network. It stores and relays data traveling between the nodes in the network as part of these functions. And fourth one is transport layer. This layer is responsible for reliable delivery of data from origination device to the destination device in the network. It works with layer 3 in order to accomplish these functions. These four layers are concerned with interconnection functions. These connect the sending and receiving systems. And next one is session layer. This session layer function of this is to support an orderly dialogue between devices using the network, and it deals with the network security issues, resynchronizing the data in the event of transmission failure and similar problems. Next is presentation layer. This layer is concerned with negotiation syntax and format for data exchange between the sending and receiving devices. One way of accomplishing this is to require all devices to encode data in a common format. And last layer is application layer. This layer provides the interface with the user for specific application requiring network capabilities of MAP, that is Manufacturing Automation Protocol. This application deals with problems such as transfer of files between devices, remote job entry, message handling, access of files located at one device from another device, etc. These three layers will be working on interworking functions. This is about the 7 layers in manufacturing automation protocol.